My name is Joseph Pearson, and I have chosen the research of human pheromones. I will start off by giving the definition of human pheromones, which is a chemical that an animal produces, which changes the behavior of another animal of the same species. So this is such of a controversial topic because it's something that hasn't been proven. There have been theories on it, but it hasn't been proven. Like it has been proven that animals give off pheromones. So now there have been theories and tests that says humans also give off pheromones. Pheromones are similar to hormones, but work outside of the body, so that applies to things such as your senses, such as sight, smell, even the sound of a person's voice will attract someone. So I'm going to start out by answering questions. Why is the issue controversial? The issue is controversial because of the fact that there have been theories on, do humans have pheromones? There hasn't been any scientific answer for it. There's just been theories on this topic. Number two, why the issue is important to science and scientists? It's important to science and scientists because it will explain why us as humans are attracted to certain things that just can't be explained. So that give off sort of a sexual vibe. So prime example is how the human race, we all have something. There is something about another human being that attracts us to them, or vice versa. For example, when women wear a certain fragrance or anything like that, it's a certain smell that triggers a man's pheromones to attract them to them, and vice versa. Or if a man has a certain smell of cologne that a woman likes, and it attracts them to them. So scientists will be able to break down and prove this theory. Why is this issue important to society? Again, it's important to society because it explained to us on why we feel this type of way about another human being, as in, what is it that makes you feel or give off a sexual, or even feel a sexual vibe towards that certain person. What was the most interesting thing you took from this research that you shared with your peers? The most interesting thing about this research was that we go through it in our everyday life, such as in a man's perspective, if we see, or a heterosexual male, we see a woman walking down the street, and then there's something about that woman that appeals to you. So that is what gives off the sexual nature for you to even go and approach that lady, or vice versa. If a woman sees an attractive man, it gives off a sexual vibe that gives you the interest of even talking to that individual. So I just found it very interesting that it's pretty much in our everyday life. For example, there were 3 women and 3 men that did an experiment, and the experiment was the ladies were blindfolded, and the men were certain fragrances. So cologne or even deodorant, and the women would choose based off the smell of that man, would they want to be with them, would they even go on a date with them. And three out of 3 women said that they would go out with the gentleman that they chose based off the smell. But once the blindfolds were taken off, they didn't realize that they would not go out with that man because they just didn't appeal to them by sight. They were not good looking. So I found everything about that interesting. So, do you agree or disagree with one particular side of the issue? I honestly agree that humans give off pheromones because, from the example I just given, it's in our everyday life. We see someone that's attractive. There's something about that person that gives off this sexual vibe that makes you interested in them. Um, I mean, I'm pretty sure there can be other reasons that explain why that is, but that seems the most legit reason on on why we act, or even why that impulse of a smell can just trigger something inside of us. There is also articles that goes along with what I'm saying. Also, for example, there was an article in medical news. I'm sorry, scientificamerican.com that had an article titled, I'm sorry, let me get the exact title of that. Do pheromones play a role in our sex life? Well, and it also it gives on saying that they do believe that. To exact quote it, it says humans might use a nuanced concoction of chemicals even more complex than form of pheromones to attract potential mates. So overall, I do believe in human pheromones. Humans do have pheromones. Even though it has not been scientifically proven yet, I do believe that as a human, we do have pheromones. My name is Joseph Pearson. This is the end of my video about human pheromones. Thank you.